You're watching Momo Beginner Sewing. For further tutorials, please subscribe to us and also ring this bell for further notification in your mailbox. Hey guys, this is Momo and you are watching Momo Beginner Sewing. Today's tutorial is for making a shirt blouse with flutter sleeve and correct lace collar. So this is a basic measurement and this is the final piece of cuttings that we are going to have at the end of our cutting phase. And this is the four parts, this is a three part basically, that is the measurement: collar, sleeves and bodice. If you don't want to buy the pattern, then you can use these measurements, and this measurement is for 6 month to 8 month baby girl dress. Let us start with our cutting phase. What I have done right now, I have just mapped my patterns for 6 month till 1 year baby girl and start cutting with the ease of mind that I don't need to make any measurement. This is my pattern that can be downloaded from craftsy.com. This is our front piece that I have just cut it now and make it to the side. This is going to have 1.5 inch wider than the back side because it is going to have a button plugged and button holes on it, so it is wider than the back side. And it is obviously that we need to have a wider because we need to have a button plugged on it. So I'm just doing a bodice cutting over here. You can use a custom measurement as well, which I already told you at the beginning of the video, and I also include that in the description below. I've just done with our bodice piece. Now we need to cut our sleeves and our collar. So I'm working on sleeves first. This is my pattern and I'm just going to cut it accordingly. If you didn't buy, I'm repeating it again, if you didn't buy the pattern, then you can use a custom measurements. Otherwise the pattern is going to be useful in very ways, because the basic measurements are same as this one. We are using white fabric for this, because a white, or you can say a off-white fabric for off-white fabric, plain fabric for this, because our dress, the main dress is going to have a lots of color on it. You can see the print of it in the sides. So this is my collar pattern and I've just mapped it on a fabric and just doing a simple cutting. The measurements is already given in the description and in the beginning of the video. And if you want a pattern, you can download it from craftsy.com. I will make sure that the Craftsy link will be available in the eye above or in the description box. So let us start with our sewing process. This is our basic pattern I already shown you. So what we are doing firstly, we are preparing the collar. So this is our rickrack lace that I've already told you that our shirt blouse is going to have a rickrack lace on it. So I'm just taking my one piece of collar and just attaching my rickrack lace over the sides of collar. This simple rickrack lace can be bought from amazon.com and any fabric or lace store you have in a local area. So I've done with our rickrack lace joining along with the edges, along with the hem sides of our collar. So now we need to map our other collar side on this one. So you can see that I'm just put my main collar which have lace and just put the other fold on the at it, and just going to have the seam along with it, trying to be sure that our one side of the rickrack lace should be out and there is no seam on it, so because it should be look good from the when we revert our fabric, when we revert our collar. So we are about to complete with our collar. This is our joining end. Officially this is the end of this collar. Now I'm going to revert it. So you can see that the rickrack lace become a very nice in texture, and our collar looks very good, and it feels like a vintage kind of collar. Now I'm just doing a single seam on it for final finishes. Now I have start with my sleeve. I have already done with one sleeve, and now attaching the other second sleeve, and just attaching the rickrack lace at the hemline of the sleeve. So you just need to do a single seam on it as well. Now I'm reverting it as well, so we have a very nice rickrack lace texture on it. A quick and easy dress to sew. Now this is our flutter sleeve part. We didn't include it in the cutting phase, so it has how much width and height it has. It can be a custom one, you can do it as you want, but for my one is in length it is a 5-inch, basically in a wide it is a 5-inch in wide, and the height is around 2.5 inch in the height side. So I am applying again the rickrack lace on it, because it gives a nice texture on the flutter sleeve. It is not a typically a flutter sleeve, it is a butterfly sleeve, so you can, I'm not sure about the terminology right now, so according to me it is a flutter sleeve. I'm reverting the rickrack lace again, you can see that, and just doing a finish seam on it. So this is our done part for flutter sleeve preparation basically. Now we need to assemble all the things together. Now we are starting with our blouse, the bodice side, the fronts and the back. So let me gather all the stuff on the table. So this is our front side and the back side. We need to join the shoulder first. I've just joined the first shoulder, now I'm joining the second one. You can see that. Now we need to attach our collar on the dress. So we already make the notches on the collar and on the dresses on the next side of the dress as well. So I just need to attach them accordingly. You can see that I have just put my knot side on the back side of the bodice and just make the pin on it so it didn't move from here to there. Pinning make the stuff not movable, so it is easy to do work with them. Now I'm just making the collar, and now I'm just making the collar attaching with the dress. I've just put the collar at the end and doing a simple seal. Don't bother with the neck size and the collar size, because the neck size is going to be wider than the collar, so you need to focus on the notch of the back, the notch of the collar and the notch on the bodice which you have just done on the back side of the neck, and just do a simple seam on it. We have just joined our collar with the bodice. Now because the collar and bodice is attached, we have lots of extra threads in it, and it has to be finished line. So I'm using collar tape in it. If you don't know how to apply it and what is it, I will going to tell you in the coming videos as well. So right now this is a piece of bi-step kind of thing which need to hide the seam which attach the bodice and the collar. So what you need to do, we just do a single seams on the sides of it. It's a kind of bias tape, but it is specifically a collar tape which can be available at any store. But if you are not specifically working on it, then try to buy us just 1 yard of it. It can be used in around 1 to 2 shirts. Okay, this is our front piece look, that how it looks, and our collar, that it is looking so much beautiful, and it can be wear not with this dress that we are going to sew, but it can also be wear with the denim and the shorts and the skirt, so your baby is going to look awesome in it. What I'm doing is I'm going to attach our flutter fabric over here. So I'm just making a notches. If you are taking a measurement from the shoulder point, then it should be marked 2 notches on the front side and the back side. From the shoulder point, it should be 2.5 inch lower than the shoulder point, and try to do gathers from it. It is just a marking position that it should that your flutter should be look like a flutter or a butter sleeve. So it should be in the between these points. So this is our first flutter sleeve looks like. Now I'm going to attach the main sleeve on it. If you are making it for summer dress, then you don't need any main sleeve on it. The flutter sleeves look itself very beautiful. So we just applying our sleeves right now. I'm just doing it slowly right now, and the second sleeve is going to be a super fast, so we can save our time as well, because it is not a for beginner. I'm trying to explain the things in a deep as well, but it is not for a beginner. It is for a beginner and intermediate level person can achieve this project, but beginners are a little bit don't try to use but if you don't try, how can you become a beginner to intermediate? So this is our sleeves look, the first sleeves look. Now we are going to start with our second one. So this is the look that how our sleeves looks like. Now we need to attach the sides, and then we move on to the bottom fold. So sides need to be do it a super fast right now. I will do it in a super fast way for you guys. So this is our side seam which is done. We now need to move on. Let me fold it first and revert it and show you the how it looks like and how it comes looking like the fields and things. A cute little sleeves and collar with flutter sleeves. This is a pure piece of art which is going to make fab your kid as well. The little toddler looks very nice in it. You can see that this is our shirt, this is our blouse top, and now what we need to do, we need a button plug, the button hole and the buttons on it, and the bottom we need to do our bottom seam as well. So let me so this is our bottom fold. We need to fold the bottom and just do a single seam. We are not applying any lace and anything on it, because according to us we are going to have this blouse under the dress, so the bottom is not going to reveal. So we are just doing a simple fold, and it looks nice if you do a simple fold, because the above part is already have many things, so you don't need anything at the bottom part of the dress. So we are just done with our bottom fold, and the button this is our dress. So this is how our final blouse looks like. We need to assemble the buttonholes and buttons on it. If you like this blouse with the collar and having a lace on it with flutter sleeve, just subscribe to us, like this video, share this video as well, comment in the section below, and do visit on dresscraft.com. and if you want a free patterns and the tutorial updates, then do subscribe to our mailing list. Thank you so much guys, keep visiting us. Thank you.